Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, teach well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim preaching his word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. Like Elder Malcolm will be saying, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Peace and salutations to the Akim and the few Akwath, the true believers of the hopeful elect. Just coming back in spirit and theme of prophecy. And I was watching a video from the elder out there in Vegas. I believe his name is Karataza. And his YouTube handle is GMS Vegas Sit Downs. You should subscribe and be edified. He does very edifying videos. And it was going into the digital rollout, them wanting to start the CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency. That's what CBDC stands for. I was gonna play the video, hit a couple of scriptures, and the Lord's willing, this will be edifying. So before I play it, let me just say fair use, fair use, fair use. I'm not making no money off of this. This is strictly for educational purposes, edification purposes only. Just to build up the faith of the elect. Anybody saying that this is not the MOTB, they err not knowing the scriptures, and like Apostle Tahar said, somebody they probably took the bag, Anyway, let me play this video. It's very informative, as you can see. The elder, he put the digital evolution rollout into the MOTB system is happening. So this is just the MOTB update.
Realize is there's over 100 countries that are developing their own central bank digital currency, and that's built on blockchain. That's cryptocurrency. So in the next 2 years, I'm pretty sure most of Europe, Asia, the UK, they're in their pilot phase right now. So we're going to move from a fiat system to this new monetary system that's going to be using cryptocurrency and blockchain technology.
Now, talking about that, do you think they are trying to push that narrative as well because they want to try and have more control in terms of the way money is spent? They can track it, it's traceable, and it's like they could almost punish you for doing certain things.
100%, yes. So central bank digital currencies is where it gets scary because it's programmable. It's also trackable. So every transaction that anyone makes, they can see. And it can get really, really scary depending on, how far, governments want to go and central banks want to go. It can become a situation where they can actually block you from spending money, or they can cap you on like how much money you spend on, petrol, for example, or, can stop you from traveling abroad, all of that kind of stuff. That's how scary it could get. They have the capability, not saying that they are going to do that, but the capability is there.
On your second point, I tend to share your views. Nature doesn't like vacuum. And we started working on the digital euro.
Matter of fact, let me get a quick preset. Let's just get a quick preset. Because you got to understand that this is going to happen. What do you think those people meeting? What do you think those meetings at the summit and the WEF meetings, World Economic Forum? What do you think that was created for? That was created for them to come up with these diabolical schemes. the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And when you read it in the NLT, it says, Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. Yeah. We are familiar, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. And Satan is talking about a man. Satan like man. It's not talking about the spiritual demon. It's talking about a man. Matter of fact, let's look up this word devices.
Strong's G 3540. Naima.
Yeah, that's the pronunciation in the Greek for the word devices. And it says a mental perception, a thought, an evil purpose. That which thinks, the mind, thoughts or purposes. Yeah, so we're not ignorant of the thoughts of the wicked. Let's continue though.
Digital euro, way back, actually when I started my term 5.5 years ago, and I'm not claiming, parentality on the digital euro because my colleague Benoit Curé had already committed a speech on this matter before I arrived, but I certainly carried on with that project, and subsequently Fabio Panetta on the board and then Piero Cipollone, who has replaced Fabio, have taken the lead together with a very, very good team which is focused on accelerating the pace and hopefully campaigning enough with all the stakeholders, meaning European Parliament, meaning European Council, meaning European Commission, so that we can eventually, not put to bed, but put to reality this digital euro. The deadline for us is going to be October of 25, and we are getting ready for that deadline, but we will not be able to move unless the other parties, the stakeholders, as I call them, Commission, Council, and Parliament, actually complete the legislative process, without which we will not be able to move. And I think it is critically important, and it seems to the agnostic or the skeptics, it seems to be more relevant and more of an imperative now than ever before, both on the wholesale and on the retail level, both.
And is it's going to be integrated, let me say so, on the existing blockchain, or you guys are thinking about some outstanding system in regards of digital art? Yes.
You see, so they're going through with the plan. This is full steam ahead. I don't know if you ever heard of the Agenda 2030 plan. In your free time, just Google the Agenda 2030 plan. As a matter of fact, let me see something if I could pull it up. No, that's not it. Let me see something. Matter of fact, let me just. When you look up the agenda 20, I believe it's 2025 or 2030, it says that they want a one world government. You know, they want microchip. They want micro chipping, for travel, business. You know, this is what they want to do. Let's continue. I'm gonna look for it. Let's continue.
It's a great question. So basically, the technology that we're creating for the digital lari is a private blockchain, but it's based on the technology used in the public blockchain. So the public blockchain that we use is called the XRP ledger. It's a publicly available open source blockchain technology. What we do for each country we're working with, we create a new private version. So you can only use the blockchain if you are permissioned to do so. So we've got the advantage of that is the XRP ledger technology is proven. It has been processing billions of transactions. But central banks like to have things a little bit more private, so we have created a private version. So it's a little bit of a hybrid to answer your question.
But definitely it's absolutely independent platform, which is specifically performed for each project where you evaluate.
Yes.
Yeah, you see? So they're definitely moving forward with their plans. And get a couple more scriptures. This wasn't meant to be long. Just the blowing the trumpet. The book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." Yeah, and this goes out to them top banking families, like the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, just to name a couple. They practice the evil because it is in the power of their hands to do so. You have to understand that there's going to come a point in time where you're not going to be able to do anything unless you have that implantable device. They have brother from the New York camp, the main camp, brother Kadash Shapat, he had a video where he explained he made a video where he explained that you're going to need a digital ID in order to use the CBDC. That's why they're coming out with real IDs. You're going to need a real ID by May. What is it? I believe by May 2025, which is like a couple of months away, or a month and a half away. You're gonna need a real ID in order to travel. Now I believe on my news feed, they came. They said that the DMV is going to stay open on Saturdays to get the people to get to register for their real IDs. So this thing is moving. Let me get the featured scripture. Revelation 13, 16 and 17. And it reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma." Because when you look up that word mark in the Greek, it's charagma. and it means an imprinted mark or stamp, an imprinted stamp, something that's put under your skin, a subdermal implant, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Verse 17 again. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So there's going to come a point in time where you're not going to be able to buy or sell, because everybody's life is surrounded around business, surrounded around buying and selling. You know, you got to pay to live. You know, you got to pay to eat. You got to pay you got to pay rent. You got to pay car insurance. You got to pay taxes. You got to pay to live. So what they're going to do is they're going to they're going to stop everybody's livelihood, and they're going to tell you that in order for you to continue, you're going to have to get this implantable device, and everything is right here. This is the book of Psalms chapter 10 verse 2. It says, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined." Yes, and so, the Lord is going to be with his elect. The Lord willing, I'll be part of that number, and you whoever's listening, because, if you don't take that implantable device, you're going to be an outcast, and you're going to fall to the wayside of the society. In order to what's the word I'm looking for? In order to participate in the worldly activities, like buying and selling, travel and whatnot, you're going to have to take that implantable device, because that's why Esau's, that's why the wicked elite, they're trying to make those 15-minute cities as well. They're trying to lock down everybody. But the Lord's going to lift up a standard against them, like it says in Isaiah the 59th chapter, when Esau come in like a flood, the Lord's going to lift up a standard against them. So, but that's basically the point. Lord's will, you was edified. Until next time, we're going to say shalom to the elect.